What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my profile. Updating spellbooks. The only thing that's missing is Strength to Prophecy, which I have coming, and Hierophants, which is part of the extra deck. But let's get into it. World of Prophecy. When this card is special summoned by the effect of a spellcaster type monster or a spellbook spell card, you can target 2 spellbook spell cards in your grave, add those targets to your hand. You can't special summon other monsters this turn. When you add card or cards to your hand by this effect, you can reveal 4 spellbook spell cards with different names in your hand. Destroy all other cards on the field. He nukes your opponent's field. Actually, he nukes everybody's field. So, next up we have High Priestess of Prophecy. You can choose to run 3 of her. I choose to run 2. What she does is you can reveal 3 spellbook spell cards in your hand and special summon her, and then banish a spellbook card to blow stuff up. So I mean, that's pretty handy. I'd say she's probably got the best effect. Temperance of Prophecy. What she does is, if you activated a spell card, spellbook spell card previously and the turn, you can tribute her. You can special summon 1 level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster type monster from your deck, but you can't special summon anything else level 5 or higher. So it's at little cost. Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. You normal or flip summon him, and you get a spellbook card from your deck to hand. Nothing all that praiseworthy. You can combine him after his effect is used with Wonder Wands to draw 2 cards. Fool of Prophecy. He's got the same effect as Temperance, except he has drawbacks. Once per turn, you can send a spellbook card from your deck to grave, and then activate this effect. You can tribute to special summon a level 5 or higher dark spellcaster type monster from your deck. You must have 5 or more spellbook spell cards with different names in your grave to activate and resolve it. So, pretty much you have to have 5 spellbooks with different names in your grave to use his effect. That's pretty bad, but I mean, specialing it from deck is really helps you swan field. Justice of Prophecy. She allows you to add a spellbook spell card and a level 5 or higher light or dark spellcaster type monster from your deck to hand. My suggestion, run 3 of her, just because it lets you search. When most cards only let you search like 1 card. Static of Prophecy. A Gravekeeper's Recruiter for spellbooks. When it's sent to grave, you could add 1 level 3 or lower prophecy monster from your deck to hand. I've been debating on whether to swap this for Witch of the Black Forest. The Grand Spellbook Tower. Once per turn during your standby, if you have a spellcaster monster on your field or in your grave, you can place a spellbook. You can place 1 spellbook spell card from your graveyard to the bottom of your deck, and then draw 1 card. When this card is in your possession, it's destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to grave. You can special a spellcaster type monster from your hand or deck, whose level is less than or equal to the number of spellbook spell cards in your graveyard. So. Just Spellbook of Secrets. The spell version of Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. Nothing fancy or special. Spellbook of Eternity. You can run 3, but I'm running 2. You get to add as banished spellbook from your banished to your hand. Spellbook of Power. Your monster gains 1,000 attack, and if it destroys a monster in battle, you can add a Spellbook spell card from your deck to hand. Spellbook Star Hall. Each time a Spellbook spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card. All spellcaster monsters you control gain 100 attack for each spell counter on this card. When this card with spell counters is destroyed and sent to grave, you can add a spellcaster type monster whose level is less than or equal to. Not only does it power up your spellbooks, but your prophecy monsters, but it lets you add the most expensive card in this deck. Spellbook Knowledge. Allows you to draw 2 cards, but you have to send to grave either a spellcaster you control or 1 other spellbook card from your hand or face up on your field. So, I was originally going to run 2, but I picked up 3. I recently added this card, Spellbook of the Master. Pretty much this copies a spellbook card effect in grave, which means you can use this to copy Spellbook of Eternity to keep recycling and using your Spellbook of Fate. And Spellbook of Life. I mean, you could also run 3 of this too, but I mean, banish 1 spellcaster type from your grave and reveal 1 other spellbook spell card in your hand to target the spellcaster in your grave. Special summon that target and face up attack and equip it with this card. The equipped monster's level is increased by the level of the monster that was banished for this card's activation. Spellbook of Fate. Has 3 effects. If you control a spellcaster monster, you can banish up to 3 spellbook spell cards from your grave and apply the effect depending on how many spellbook number of spell cards banished for this card's activation. 1. Return 1 set spell or trap on the field to the hand. 2. Change 1 monster on the field to face down defense or face up attack. 3. Banish 1 card your opponent controls. Again, you can get this back by using Spellbook of the Master to copy Spellbook of Eternity. Last but not least, Spellbook of Wisdom. This, you guys know what this does. Protect your spellcasters from spells and traps. That's it for spellbooks. Hit like or subscribe. And like I said before, Mech Knights will be, once I get them done, I will do a profile on them. Catch you on the flip side.